Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my trip to reality, episode 73, I believe. And I got some stuff to explain. So, I'm not home. I'm not home. well, no, actually, I am home. I'm not in my studio. And so, and I don't have a tripod at home. So, what I did was like, hey, you know what? The iPhone X is pretty good. Like, it's the best camera out there. So, you know what? Maybe I can, record on that, which, like, as a photographer, no, you don't do that. But I don't have any other options. Hello there, Atte. So what I want to talk about today is, by the way, no, my life has not gone to ruins. It just, I need to be at home today because I need to pick up a delivery that comes to my home, so I can't be outside. I'm basically trapped in my own house. And you know what? See that? That's a part of my house. This is the ceiling. Interesting, huh? Yeah, I live pretty large, you know? I have a studio. I also have a home. I'm pretty rich. No. Um, what I want to talk about today is probably nothing that's photography related. Okay. You know what? It should be a little bit photography related, so I'll force myself to talk a little bit about photography. But you know, it's also my trip to reality. It's not my photography trip to reality. Okay? It's just like, hey, this is my life. I don't do vlogs. I do podcast. That's what I do, and I record them on my goddamn phone. Ah, okay. I thought about something yesterday actually that I want to talk about. And that is, there was an ad that you can turn in your phone, your old phone, and get 4G or 3G surf basically. I don't know how you call it in English. I like Google it. I'm like, how do you call internet surf on English in English? And I was like very confused. Anyways, and it got me thinking, like, trading in your phone for 50 gigabyte of surf. Money please. Like, I don't care for 50 gigabyte. I want my money. If I'm turning my old phone in, I want some money. I want to see that paper. I want the money. It's a weird angle with the whole video today. But yeah, I guess we'll figure things out. Um, so I started thinking like, okay, so 4G becomes this sort of currency now instead of trading in your phone for money. Now you trade it in for like surf and gigabytes and stuff. And I'm just like, imagine in the future if instead of you work for money, you work for like 4G and internet and stuff. So like when your income comes and you're like your monthly salary is like 500 gigabyte, and then you have tax on top of that, and then you have like overtime and that sort of stuff. Instead of getting that in money, hey Alex, instead of getting that in money, you get it in like surf, like 3G and 4G. And then you obviously pay taxes after that. So, and I was like, okay, let's play around with this idea. Like, hey, it's not impossible. Like the amount of like how desperate we are for Wi-Fi nowadays, or like just 3G and 4G. It wouldn't be impossible to like have that as a currency in the future. Without money, you can't eat. You'll die. Let's put it like that. Without without 4G, you can't surf. And if you can't surf, if you can't watch Netflix, if you can't watch YouTube or be on Instagram, then you'll die. And that's not true. But imagine like buying a carton of milk in the future for like, yeah, that will be 2 gigabytes. And like, oh fuck. Because I don't think it's that ridiculous to think about. Because I mean, imagine how much you're on your phone is like a part of you. Money is not a part of you. The phone is physically like almost attached to you. If you go on the subway and stuff, you like it's always there. And if you're on the subway, you can probably notice that, back in my days when I was a child, but it was a long, long time ago, my friends. Then people held up newspapers. People talk to each other. Now it's like I can't take out my phone because I'm recording on my phone. I'm like, they go like this, and then like okay, adults do that, and I'm like okay, that's cool, that's fine. And then you see babies doing this. You're like, what's this world coming to? It's true though. I mean, you're so stuck with your phone, and like on the bus, if you held your newspaper, you dropped it. There would be no way you dropped your goddamn phone after you're like, oh, I'm done with this phone. Like, put it so someone else can pick it up and play with it. If you lost your phone, your life over. And let's go further into this, okay? So 4G currency and stuff, okay? So imagine if you don't have money, you will eventually die or live off on the street, okay? Because you can't afford rent, you can't afford food and stuff. Let's say in this scenario you die, okay? Rest in peace, okay? Rest in peace. Now, instead of money being the currency, 4G being the currency, you are at 0 4G. And you're like, you don't have a job, so you can't get more 4G. And you're like, what am I gonna do? And then you're like, oh, it's been 2 weeks. I haven't been online for so long. And then you can't buy anything because you don't have currency, aka 4G. So eventually you'll die. And on the tombstone, it doesn't say RIP, but it says offline. I was like, I mean, it's funny in one way, but these like crazy ideas and thoughts are like, how far off we are? How far are we off that thing? Yes. I don't think I don't think that your comments is gonna be on the podcast. I just think the video format is. But if it is, that's cool. That's cool. What I'm doing right now, I'm talking to one of my best friends, on the live video because I'm live. I'm doing this live, but I'm also doing this because when you do it live, you can save the video format, and therefore I put the video format onto YouTube. But I am also, for the people listening on iTunes, gotta explain this. People listening to iTunes, you're like, oh, what are you talking about? Who's this Alex? Alex is the person on the live stream. You would understand that if you watched on YouTube. If you don't, just sit back, surf, and hope that your 4G goes to the next month and you get more so you don't die. But think about it. It's like, okay, sometimes I've been called stupid, and in one way I feel like this is such a stupid idea. But in another way, it's like, what if, I mean, Donald Trump is the president, so you're like, nothing's impossible, right? So yeah, imagine currency in the future traded for 4G. Because, I mean, if you think about it, if you're in a cafe or something, I can imagine people go to cafes just for the Wi-Fi, just for the internet, and like, I go like, what if people do that? And I feel like I'm so cute, being cute right now because there's so many people doing that. Hey, Arvid, so, sorry for the whole. I'm greeting everyone on the live stream. So you on the iTunes won't understand a thing. But look at it on YouTube. But yeah, people go to cafes because like, oh shit, I don't have any Wi-Fi, I don't have any 3G, and like, if you're desperate, you're like, I wonder if, like, let's say you don't have Wi-Fi at home. Let's say you don't have Wi-Fi at home, and your 4G is gone. But your friend, your friend has Wi-Fi at home, and as a kid, it's like, imagine you're a kid. You're like, shit, I'm out of Wi-Fi. I'm out of the internet. But my friend Patrick has Wi-Fi and a router at home. Let's hang out with him. So you're like, as an excuse, you go, hey, Patrick, you want to hang out? But you're actually only there for the Wi-Fi. There's like so many scenarios you're like, just there for the Wi-Fi. Yeah, really? One of the people on the live stream says, been there, done that. And I'm like, shit. And I'm like, imagine if it was that. But it is that. And that's crazy. So, if you get paid in the future for 3G or 4G, impossible? I don't think so. I don't think so. Also, I want to say something like, I believe 2 episodes ago, I talked about Instagram followers. I just want to update you now. I've like been fake playing it on Instagram, and this is so bad, like me talking shit about Instagram and me being shitty on Instagram while I'm live streaming on Instagram. But I'm like, if you're active, you gain followers on Instagram. So I've gained around 120 followers within a little bit more than a week. I think almost 2 weeks now. And like 120 followers, it might not be much, but if I wasn't active, I would gain like 2 or even lose 2. Okay, so 120 followers within almost 2 weeks. Okay, now how did I do that? That's so. Hold on. I love. I love that I talk about it like everyone's interested about it. I gained 120 followers within almost 2 weeks. How did I do it, you ask? Well, let me tell you. With your credit card, I'll give you the answer. No. No, but you're just being social, okay? So you're doing the hand raises, you're just commenting emojis on every single post. The post that you like. So the 100% lit and everything like that, that's like, yeah, I understand why you do it now, because you want followers. And like, a lot of people you like it back and everything, and like, oh, thank you so much. And I'm like, I guess I commented on that post, I guess. Because like, you get replies on your replies. Like, oh, thank you so much. You're so nice. And I'm like, I just like clicked and swipe. If I can put it on the YouTube, I want to show you a thing. So I screenshot this thing. I spammed Instagram so much, I got temporarily banned. I got temporarily banned from Instagram. You're doing way too many. So, translation: you did way too many likes in such a like small amount of time. You're temporarily banned. I'm like, fuck. And then I'm like, you know what? When you do lose a lot of followers, it's super important that you don't quit. I'm like, I'm being serious, but I'm also not being serious, because in a way, hey, this is Instagram, but also in a way, Instagram, if you don't have a lot of followers, good luck with your business, Hey, you want to make money? Do you have the followers for it? And you're like, what's Instagram, Those people, good luck with a business, So the reason why I'm like 100% lit, woo, and like, yeah, all the time on every single post, it's like, I don't really care. I'm here for the business. But then also replying back to people. So if people do like a post, go ahead and like it back, like heart. Like, thank you so much for your comment, because that shows love back to the people that actually pay attention to you. And if you listen to Gary Vee is like this entrepreneur who's like basically Jesus of internet. He's like, do this and that and you'll gain success. He's like all these entrepreneurs and motivational speakers, but he is the one. You know, he is the one. God damn it! I'm running out of coffee. Um, I don't remember what I was talking about, but you know what? Let's just talk about something else, I guess. Yes, showing love for Instagram and stuff. And in one way, when you do lose like so many followers on Instagram, so I believe one day I lost like 20 followers. Like in one day, I spent almost 2 weeks gaining followers, and then 2 weeks, 120 followers, and then one day, 20 followers back, and I'm like, motherfucker. But then, then I was like, this is where, with my age, it's a bit ridiculous. Then it was like I lost a lot of followers. So I'm like, no, can't do it with a straight face. No, I'm not giving up. Because it's funny to me because, you know, Instagram and followers, it is very important. But there's a part of me that's like, this is an app. This is an app. It's basically a game, but it's not also just a game. It's like this thing for your business. So I'm like, I'm not giving up. Let's do this. So I just like, when I lost 20 followers, I was like, you know what? Let's continue anyways. So I do like 15 minutes being social on Instagram, during 4 times each day. So 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 15 minutes there, 15 minutes there each day. So yeah, but then I get to the point where when you look for posts, I see that a lot of people put out posts, okay, on Instagram. And sometimes when you're so active, like I was, um, the post that you like look for and like, oh, that's cool, and just generally looking for posts, you're like, oh shit, I've already liked this, and I've also already commented on this, and you're like, oh, maybe I should like hold on for a minute so people can do more posts because I've already liked everything. And then it's like spamming. Can you actually spam? Imagine how many people there are out on Instagram. I don't think you can spam. I really don't because there's so many posts. Like imagine how many posts there is each second. Imagine how many posts there is each minute or each hour. Insane amount. I don't think you can spam on Instagram because there's too much of it. You know. So that's what I believe. Okay, for the almost 1.5 minute left, I'm gonna talk a little bit about photography because you know what? It's a photography channel on Instagram. Okay, people who actually listening on this on Instagram, I want to say this. Um, I am active with photography and everything, but if you look at my posts, it's like my last post was in July. I've done like 5 shoots, but you have to wait for the shoots to become uh, published. So that's what I'm waiting for, basically. Now, this week, I am working on videos. I am working on 2 videos. Oh no, 3 videos. And one is almost done. And I love working with videos because there's the whole concept of adding music to it and just learning more things on YouTube. So yeah, as far as like technical things within photography goes, I mean, there's always new things to learn, obviously, but this is gonna sound a little bit douchey, but like since I've studied for 6 years, you know most of the things. So in as far as, ooh, this is new, ooh, that is new, ooh, this is new, cool. Um, I experience that more with video rather than photography. But photography, once you learn all the technical things, you can just be creative, and that's the reason why I like learn all the technical things. Hey, do I like the technical things? No, but are they important? Yes. If you want to create amazing work and art, you do have to learn the technical things. Otherwise, within your creative process, there's going to be a wall, and you're going to be like, oh shit, now I need to learn this. How do I do this? How do I do that? And you don't know. You have to find it out, and then you can continue with the creative stuff. So it's like there's stops all the way instead of learning the technical things and then wee creative wise. All right, that's been everything for me this week. I'll see you guys next week.